Hello you all. So I am going to be starting some seeds today. So I have these clear containers. You can get these from the Dollar Tree. You can get them from Target for like, I don't know, 3 for like 2 something. I don't know. But anywho, I'm using these trays. Now these are already from starter plants that I bought last year. What I did was I kept everything outside. I had to clean these really good. You can bleach everything down, but you do want to clean it down because if there's any fungus or anything in there, you don't want that to transfer to your new plants that you're starting out. Now I used some masking tape. It's on here a little janky, okay? But the reason why I put this on here is because I'm going to go ahead and label, yeah, these kids. I'm gonna go ahead and label everything. Now you could get those little gardening like little labels and put them in here. Only thing is, one time my whole entire tray like fell down. All the little markers that I had was all over the place and I didn't know what was what. So I will go ahead and just put it on here. I don't have to keep up with those things if they fall out or if my kids pull them out. I don't have to keep up with what's what. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just tape it. I don't want it to be too low because if I have, I'm gonna show y'all later, but I don't want it to be too low. So just keep it at the top. But if you don't have these type of containers, you can just use cups, party cups. And what I did was I stacked all of them up. I got this tip from, oh my goodness, Refuge Garden, something. I don't know her channel. I'll put all the channels that I like to watch, but that I used to watch when I first started down below. But anywho, they stacked all their little party cups together and then they just drilled a hole right down the middle. Perfect thing to do. So you can use these as well. Get them from the Dollar Tree. You don't have to get anything too crazy. Just make sure everything is clean if you used them before, okay? So the reason why I'm keeping these in trays is because I want to be able to move these around easily within my home, or take them inside and outside. And this just makes it so much easier to move around. Also, what we can do is we can use these trays to water our plants. So I just have some Burpee, I believe it's the brand, Burpee seed starter mix. You do not want to use regular soil because, or like potting soil or anything like that when you're starting everything from seed. You don't want to use that because it's not going to be light enough. It's too dense and the seeds will not be able to come up. Okay, now of course if you're doing this on your table, you can put down some, what do you call it, newspaper if you want to help with all the dirt being everywhere. But I just came on here and did this video, so that's what we gonna do. All right, and you kind of want to overfill it. You really don't have to, honestly, especially if you're trying to conserve things. You don't have to overfill it, but it doesn't have to be super compact. But you'll see why I say kind of overfill it a little bit, because once we put the water in here, it is gonna go down some. You don't want it to be too low. Okay, so excuse my nails, you know, we're playing in the dirt. So if you can look on the back of your seeds, especially these seeds that you get from the Dollar Tree, it's gonna show you a little map of your location. And what I suggest you do is look up the last frost date for your area. So here in St. Louis, what we typically do is we wait until Mother's Day before we put anything outside. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and start my seedlings 4 to 6 weeks prior to that. Some seedlings need even more time before that. Some seedlings need less, but 4 to 6 is a good amount of time to give yourself prior to your last frost date, because the whole point of starting these, you know, starter plants is to start them inside. That way you can have a longer growing season versus trying to start them, you know, all the way in the middle of May. Now, if you are starting your seedlings kind of late in the game, it's okay. Go ahead and get them started, right? Just go ahead and get them started, because we still have, you know, fall growing season for some areas, and you can still get some, you know, some type of fruits or veggies later into the season. But if it's a little too late, you might want to just go ahead and go buy some starter plants, or look into some plants that grow kind of fast. So that's just my suggestion. And if you go look at the Dollar Tree, the back of their packaging will have a date on there based on your area, and that is what they estimate to be like your, you know, your frost date, or the time when you can put them outside. And you want to just go a little bit 4 to 6 weeks, like I said, prior to that date. Now, some of them is gonna say that you need to sow them directly into the soil. So with some seeds, you can start them in starters like this, keep them indoors, and they're gonna do well. Some seeds similar to, let's see, to beans, which I don't even freaking have any right here in front of me. But if you're using beans, the beans are direct sow, meaning that I could go outside right now, get me a nice container with some dirt in it, and throw my bean in there, and it's gonna be okay. It does not do well when you put it in a starter like this and then take it out of the starter and put it in your pot. It needs to go directly into the container it's gonna grow in. It's not too many that's like that, but for sure I know beans are like that. Sunflowers are like that. They say that, but honestly, I've transplanted sunflowers all last summer and they grew really well. So it just depends, but definitely look on the back. If it says direct sow, then you just want to wait until we do after Mother's Day here in St. Louis, but wait till there's no more danger of frost in your area, then you can go ahead and do direct sow right into the container. But we're just gonna do our seedlings today. So I'm gonna go ahead and put today's dates. What do we have? What is today's date? Today is 3/24, and I'm gonna put that for all of them. And I'm gonna start with my yellow squash, and I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna put zucchini, and then right here I'm gonna put I believe this is Japanese eggplant that I have. Oh no, Chinese eggplant. And you all, just a little tip, if you have an Asian market in your area, go ahead and see if you can find some seeds. I found some really late in the season last year at my local Asian market, and you can get some stuff that you cannot find in the store. I'm looking out for some Thai basil. But anyways, so we're gonna open up our pack. You might want to actually keep this part on there so you know what it is, but I know what it is, so you don't have to open the whole thing. You can just pinch a little bit so you're not messing up everything. But these are pretty freaking big. Now, what you can do is, first, let's go ahead and fill this with water. So we're gonna do that first. First, you want to fill this with water. You can fill the container with water, and then what's gonna happen is the soil is gonna soak everything up. And even if you already had plants in here growing, in order to water your plants, you can just put water in the bottom of the tray, and the roots will suck up the water when it's needed. That's one great thing about using these trays. But what you want to do is you want to get this really, really wet. I'm just using a spray bottle because I don't feel like throwing water in here, but you definitely want to get it nice and wet. And then you might also want to use a spray bottle once you get your seed in there. So let me show you. Once you get your seed in there, you don't need to go too deep. So I only went that deep. It's going to tell you how deep to go. Let's see. It says to sow 1 inch deep. So I'm just going to go like my finger and then cover that up. Now, say that you wanted to water it now, you can water it just with a spray bottle, just because, as you can see, once you put water in here, the soil is gonna sink down. So if you put your seed in there and then you water it and you dump a bunch of water in there, it's gonna push your seed even further down into your container. And what can happen is that seed is too far down. It won't be able to actually go through the soil and grow. So you don't wanna go too far down. That's why I just like to go ahead and just spray it down with water beforehand. So I just wanna show you all, say that you had your seed in here, right? And then you went in to water it. You see how the soil starts to move around? Your seed is probably gonna sink super low if you water it like this. So water it like this beforehand. You can go ahead and push it down some more if you need to. And then put your seeds in, or water it and then, or go ahead and put your seeds in and just spray it down. What you can also do is put more than one seed in here. And what that does is it'll give you a better gauge of, okay, one seed is doing good, one seed looks a little sad. So I can just cut that seedling off and let the other one grow. So it kind of gives you a gauge of it helps you to make sure you can actually get something out of your seeds, because some seeds, they just won't grow at all. And if you was waiting on that seed to grow and here it is, a week has passed, that's a week of time that you wasn't able to, you know, grow your seedlings that you can't get back. So you might want to go ahead and put 2 seeds in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 rows of each of these. This is the Chinese eggplant, which to me is better than regular eggplant. Oh, these are some tiny little seeds. So I might go ahead and put 2 of these in here because they're pretty small. And I'll see how they do. And if they do really well, I might just give them away. So I'm just gonna give it a little bit of space. Push those down, cover it up. You definitely wanna make sure you cover it up though. Can you all hear my kids upstairs? I cannot get these kids to go to sleep right now. Okay. And then we're gonna do this side. They might have went a little too far. And we're gonna do that side. And like I said, you can see which one is doing better, or you can kind of let them grow together. Send them out, meaning as they're growing, you pull away the soil from each of them gently, and then you can have 2 separate plants that way. Okay, so we got our zucchini next. Got these from the Dollar Tree, y'all. I did grow stuff from the Dollar Tree last year. Their seeds are viable, okay?
Hello.
Keep going. What are you doing, Maddie?
I'm playing.
You watering the plants?
Yeah.
Oh, that's enough. Go to the next one. No, go to this one. See, they dry. Can you get those? Go to the one on top. This one. Just do 3. 1. Do that 1, 2, 3. Next. Go to the next one. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Go to the next one. 1, 2, 3. What about those?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
We're also cleansing some crystals, and she just put her little baby hands up in there. Okay, we're done, Maddie.
Bubbles, bubbles.
All done. You gotta get your hair done. Look at that. She's like, I don't know about that. Today is April 19th. And I don't know, we're about a few weeks out. I've repotted some of these. I put new stuff in some of these because they weren't coming up. Not a lot of them though. Oh, this is getting really big, this tomato plant. You can see it, it's getting pretty big. This is the one that I got from the nursery that's already nice and big. I'm just watering these down. I think it's okay to get the leaves wet once they're still indoors. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. Then I got some lettuce. Ooh, that really needs some water because it is nice and in the sun, getting a whole bunch of sunlight. These are cantaloupe, I believe. This is spinach. And then you all, that's my 2-year-old. You see this massive, okay, watch out, baby. Trying to get, oh my gosh, you probably got chili on my back. Oh my goodness, hold on, y'all. Oh, child. Oh. She's eating chili. Got chili all over her face. Let's see what else we got. Got some large zucchini. I told you all it was gonna take over the joint. I still need to take these out of here, you all. I should just do that now. I got some marigolds growing beautifully over here. Oh, this is my white sage coming up still, looking great. I think I forgot what I put right there. I put something else there because it wasn't coming up. That's, oh, look at that beautiful basil. And I think I put another one next to it, did I? No, it's just that one. I believe I put another plant in there. After I saw that was coming up pretty good. And then over here is that Swiss chard. Some chamomile, you can see it's coming up really good. Watermelon. That might be another watermelon I put in afterwards. So after a few weeks, I was kind of seeing, like maybe after 2 weeks, I was saying, oh, it's still not coming up. So I went ahead and just put some more seeds in the containers that weren't really having any progress. And I was like, if the other stuff comes up, great. If not, then at least I'll have something else in here, because I want to get these out and outside in a little bit. So just so you all know, I want to reiterate that you can, before you put these outside, so say it's past your last frost date and you're ready to put your plants outside, put them in their permanent homes, right? What you need to do is harden them off first. So that means taking them outside in the full sun for about 2 hours a day, bringing them back in. Then the next day, 2 hours. And the next day after that, maybe 3 hours. And slowly progressing them. Ooh, it's okay, get up, big girl. Slowly, progressively putting them in, taking them out, putting them in, taking them out. That way they can get used to the sunlight, because the sun is pretty harsh, right? These plants have been inside their whole life, right? So putting them outside just full-fledged can really damage them and basically kill them. Especially like your lettuce. Like your lettuce, I'm probably gonna put them out pretty soon, but I'm gonna put them in the shade. You see I got some shaded areas here on my patio. I'll put them in the shade. And also, like I say, I'm gonna go ahead and rotate these, especially because I got these huge squash and zucchini in here, and I don't want them overshadowing everything. Like, look at this little guy down here, hasn't even had any type of sunlight probably, because this is in the way. Yeah, I gotta take these out. Let me see if it'll just come out. Oh yeah, it comes out pretty well. So I'll take these out and put them into some green cups like that, and just pull this out and put it right back in there. You can see the roots are already really growing. So do a backfill or whatever people say. So put it in there pretty low. This way, it's got, you know, a lot more room than it had in that tray. And I really should have started it in a container this size to begin with. So there you have it. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you get out here and grow some stuff. Like I said, a lot of stuff I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna have a whole video talking about places you can get plant stuff and just showing different stores. So look out for that. Look out for everything else on my channel. I appreciate you all. Thank you all so much. Say bye. Can you say bye?
Bye, Mommy.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Can you say subscribe?
Mommy.
Oh, thank you.